In June 2023, a highway patrol trooper stopped a vehicle for tailgating. Little did he know, however, that what seemed like an average traffic stop would turn out to be something much bigger.
Okay, well, the reason I got him stopped is he's following too close. I'm not going to issue him a citation. It's just going to be a warning. All right?
The trooper was very calm about the interaction, asking the woman about her work and why she was traveling. But while her record looked clear, things got a little more complicated when he inquired about the two men in front of her.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I'm not going to issue a citation or anything like that. All right, I'm just going to run your information. Make sure there's no wants warrants. Make sure you guys are valid.
Having no idea who they were, the trooper went back to his vehicle to run their passports through the system. When he returned, though, he was accompanied by Border Patrol. These people were about to get arrested.
Any weapons on you, anything?
No, not
Put you down real quick. I'm gonna check your wristband.
It turns out the trooper had just caught a big fish in the form of Ida Nilsson Velasquez Larin, who's a notorious MS-13 gang leader. He was charged with ordering murders, drug distribution, and money laundering. In a lot of places, going out at night means you're going straight into the lion's den because gangs reign supreme, and the authorities don't have the power to stop them either.
He knew someone saw the police was over for him. He knew that was over for him. Got to be more careful.
Watch as gang members casually walk up to a man minding his own business and rob him while everyone else goes about their business like it's nothing. That said, turning a blind eye to the situation doesn't mean the thugs will let these people off the hook. They've got unlimited time to raid the store, going person to person and collecting wallets. As for the poor patrons, they're utterly helpless. What's especially heart-wrenching, however,
They is outside cleaning up.
is the way the gang members escape without even a hint of resistance.
And 3 people jump on the motorcycle. That's crazy. Not even a motorcycle. That's a motorbike.
The sheriff may run the LA County jails, but it's the Mexican mafia that has the real power in the underworld that festers behind these bars.
Jails indictment, which outlines a criminal enterprise run by the Mexican mafia that controlled drug trafficking and extortion activities throughout the LA County jail system.
The quote-unquote mafia was made up of leaders from different gangs who operated like an illegal government within these jails, smuggling drugs and assaulting anyone who didn't fall in line. But what's actually crazy...
Boy. Niggas. No, people gonna make it happen though. No matter where you put us, we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna figure it out.
is the method they used for their operation.
The organization would then sell drugs to inmates. The Mexican mafia had a range of supporters that participated in the racketeering enterprise.
The gang leaders would relay orders using wives, girlfriends, and even lawyers, getting lower-ranked members deliberately arrested on minor charges so that they could act as drug mules and keep the operation running.
There were people who passed messages directing criminal activities between those in the jail and gang leaders on the streets.
Over 80 people were arrested on various charges in 2018, with another 13 getting charged in 2024. But here's the frightening reality. Despite these arrests, the prison-based syndicate is still operational to this day.
The wives and girlfriends were not the only link to the outside world. This morning, we also arrested a lawyer who is accused of being a key facilitator for the organization.
In November 2020, a couple walked into a restaurant acting as regular customers, but they weren't there for a meal. They were going to rob the place. What was truly bizarre about this robbery was the fact that the man had a gun pointed at the manager, and yet none of the customers had any clue about the hell that was about to descend upon them as they ate their meals in peace. It all looked a little too easy for the couple as they cleaned out the cash register, made everyone leave the kitchen, and then proceeded to point their guns at the customers without any resistance. Why
Why do people always get up when they leave? run after the car when they pull off.
But that's not even the most fascinating part, because once they had looted everyone, it was time for their escape. With their plan, it wouldn't have been difficult for security personnel.
I almost had them. I was just about to, man. They lucky they left.
To stop them from speeding off.
Look,
On a Mexican highway near Reynosa, a truck driver slowly approaches
He's running. He gonna run and try to chase the bike. Stop.
what looks like a regular police checkpoint, but little does he know that he's about to drive straight into a trap.
What would y'all do if y'all come to a roadblock like that? I think I'm gonna run him over, and I'm gonna smash through there. I'm trying to tell you. They in the street will go. They
It's no
get
ordinary
ran
check-
over. They get ran over by me. I ain't stopping. I'm running them over. I ain't playing no games.
Point. It's a roadblock set by a Mexican gang, and they're not just standing there to inspect people. Their goals are much more sinister, and the truck driver's about to find that out the hard way. They're openly stopping people on a highway and robbing them with no resistance from law enforcement. What's even worse is that the truck driver's wallet isn't enough, and the gangsters want more from him. They go through all his belongings and take his watch before handing him his empty wallet. What follows next, however, is perhaps even more fascinating, as another truck approaches the checkpoint from the other side.
I was wondering why the other was there. Somebody right there. I would have ran them over.
There's an extraordinary encounter as a live streamer walks around town when he's interrupted by a strange woman.
Yeah, the camera.
What are you doing there with that?
I'm live streaming.
What does that mean?
I'm streaming to the internet.
What starts as a polite exchange slowly devolves into bizarre territory because the woman keeps asking him nonsensical questions about the area, and when he says he doesn't understand what she's saying, things take a dark turn.
Who's always been here and always stay here? Not even South and North Korea can join?
No, I'm not sure what the answer is.
MS God!
It all gets a little too real when the woman starts shouting MS-13 gang slogans at the streamer. She thinks he's a Korean guy trying to stake claim to Koreatown, which, according to her, is MS-13 territory.
MS-13, baby!
Okay.
This is my territory. You're Korean? Pali pali!
Oh. Okay, I'm not Korean.
She got that from some dude she went. Girls always act like dudes they mess with. You know, they go out with or whatever. Definitely, that's probably how he act.
Over in El Paso, Texas, people have been seeing the rise of Edgars, who are young Latinos acting like thugs to appear more intimidating. But while they think they own the streets, things don't always go their way. The cops raided a house party full of these thugs after the locals reported it. But while house party raids are usually a pretty routine affair, things get a little aggressive with these folks since they refuse to comply. It's utter mayhem as the police surround the neighborhood and start rounding people up. That said, while detaining these folks is usually easy, some make a run for it, making things complicated for the officers. Sometimes ordinary people can put gang members in their place too.
Throw it, amigo. I didn't throw it. It broke by itself. No, rush two. You come back like 20 minutes. Not same time.
Gone, amigo.
A couple of Mexican gang members were shopping at a liquor store when they accidentally dropped an entire case of beers near the entrance. Now, most people would let that slide, considering the guys who did it, but this store owner is cut from a different cloth.
It just broke by itself in the bottom. Yeah. Two things broken. Super roller, amigo.
He knows his life is in danger because we've seen these folks pull out their guns in these situations before, and yet he tells them to get out of his shop, a decision he might regret.
Bottom and it fell by itself. I tried to bring it to you.
If that's not bold enough,
It sound like the Arab dude saying amigo. I don't think that's them.
wait for what the shopkeeper has in store for them when they try to calm the situation down.
You do it. The thing was in the bottom.
He's definitely got a target on his back now. The gangsters aren't always the bad guys in a situation, though. For instance, this cyclist recklessly jumps around on his BM.
Best believe that store man was doing all that. He was ready to go to war. Them Arabs and niggas, they be ready to. He did all that. He had a gun on him. He wasn't about. He was.
MX without seeing what's in front, and he'll regret his behavior because he's about to run into a gang
Stop
member.
one of them.
homie. Relax, bro.
Oh, my bad, bro. I was jumping off of this. Total accident, dude. Sorry about that.
The cyclist comes within inches of hitting the gang member and his child, but while his apology seems to have convinced the gangster to let him off the hook, he's not actually in the green yet because, in an extremely stupid move, the cyclist makes the same move again. He's playing with fire.
Yeah, just all he had to do was just move it right there. Move it on the other side of the alley. Because you're going to hit somebody with their kid and they're going to hit you upside your head.
In March 2022, employees at a camera store were going about their day and they experienced something truly traumatizing. A gang of armed men showing up at their
Knock your
doorstep.
ass off that bike. Oh, I got to stop cussing.
With an automated door and security at the shop, you'd think the store employees had things covered, but the truth is, they never stood a chance because these were no ordinary robbers. These people had a plan, telling the security guard that they were customers before pulling their guns out and derailing the
Look. Right when he got out, he took the gate off track. They had
front
it all
gate,
on
not to
point.
mention the second line of men, ready to shoot anyone who even...
I was looking at the little crack in it. That's kind of cheap. The little how they got it. You know what I'm saying? How they derailed it should have been, but that's somewhere overseas somewhere. So they ain't. See, they got the long license.
Try to attempt anything drastic.
Got to be more careful. Got to get more secure. Got to pay more money for your security gate.
With 2 cars and over 10 men, they never faced any resistance. What's more, it just took...
On the real, learn from their mistakes. Y'all see that cheap gate? The gate is too cheap. Look at this. They cheaped out on their gate, and look, got robbed. Get it, cash out on your security gate. Don't go cheap.
Took them 4 minutes to get in, steal everything, and escape, pulling off one of the most daring heists ever witnessed.
Don't do the cheap route. No. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Picture this. You're awoken by a strange noise in the middle of the night, and when you go outside to see what's happening, you stumble upon 3 men stealing your car's catalytic converter. What do you do in that situation?
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody said my Cadillac converter, I'm shooting you. And that's just that. I'm telling you, I already said it. If I come out and I catch you still my car. Listen, that's what you're going. I'm not approaching you.
The situation is extremely unfortunate because despite catching the thieves red-handed, the man can't actually do anything other than yell at them. After all, what if they've got a gun on them?
What you gonna do? All right, mate. Have a nice evening. Piece of shit.
What's terrifying?
My car got 2 Cadillac converters on there. I got 2. It's one on both sides, each side of the pipe. It's 2.
However,
2 shots.
Thieves' attitude, they don't even care about the man's presence. In fact, the way they escape the scene is
straight up.
Attention retirees, if you're willing to be at your computer from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m.
I'll be seeing people like running outside. When people be breaking in their car, don't run
downright
outside.
disrespectful, shoving the man's helplessness in his face.
Just stand back and pop out. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Don't run up on me.
Some gang members think they own the road, and when something doesn't go their way, they resort to road rage.
I see that's in Cali. They got California plates. If you like, Holmes, I told you, Holmes, you driving too close, Holmes. From a tip, yeah, on the set.
The thug has been brake checking the dashcam driver
That's on the set. That's on the set, Holmes.
For a while, and isn't letting him pass through either. Not to mention that he threatens the driver, who's not intimidated by the thug's antics one bit.
And see, the thing is, like that, you're going to run into the wrong person, because if you do that to me, I'm popping you. Do not get out your car in front of me. I'm telling you, I'm gonna feel threatened, and look, I saw him get out of his car. He dug in his man purse in front of my car. Pop out. That's all I thought he was about to shoot. I got shot before. I don't trust it. Are you not gonna get no chance? I'm not giving you no chance. I'm not playing no game.
The driver may have made a mistake by overtaking the thug and hurting his ego because now he's out for revenge. But as the thug and his girlfriend attempt to slash the car's tires, they're in for a very nasty surprise. They
I
deserve.
wouldn't went through none of that. The first time he got out his car and waved his like he was going in his man purse to shoot me, I would have shot him right away. I'm not playing no games. I wouldn't even been going through that right now. We've been back there waiting on the police.
Of that pepper spray.
Lord knows. Lord, you know.
In July 2020, 3 masked men walked into a Houston electronics store and aimed their guns at the employees, telling them to get on the ground and surrender.
Like nowadays, you cannot trust nothing. Don't waste no time. Don't give nobody no second chance. Don't give them a second chance on the real, because that might be your life on the line. No second chances.
With the employees not even getting the chance to call 911, the robbers had free reign over the entire store, walking around casually and choosing things to steal, almost as if it was a fire sale. Once the robbers were done shopping around, it was time for them to get away, and to no one's surprise, they didn't face any resistance while doing that either. Sometimes, even a busy street isn't enough to stop.
When you get shot, you get traumatized. So if you ever been shot, trust me, you ain't gonna want to get shot again. So you're gonna protect yourself. That's all I gotta say.
Armed robberies. In July 2022, for instance, 2 men drove up to a convenience store on a motorbike and started threatening the shop owner and the customers. With traffic outside and people witnessing the heist, you'd think the authorities would be privy to what was happening. Yet again, it was all too easy for the robbers as they walked around the shop, collecting cash from everyone. What's even more...
Did they come in there with guns? I don't even know. I ain't see it. I wonder if they came in there with guns. I wonder how that go. Like if they came in there with guns, if they didn't come in there with guns, but they was digging in people's pocket like that. I wonder like what type of situation, how did that go? Could somebody just pop out them? You know what I'm saying? Probably the people that if one of these people got a gun in their pocket, they probably could shoot them by just going in their pocket, right? Right? I mean, what would you do? Say, don't go in my pocket, and they try to go in your pocket again. What you if you carry a concealed, you could just shoot them, right?
Mind-boggling is the fact that the rider was waiting for the robbers outside, and no one stepped up to stop him. Not to mention, it's the way the robbers operate so openly that makes them scary.
I guess that'd be like it's different laws, different states, different places. But if you licensed to carry, then I'm pretty sure you can shoot somebody for trying to go in your pocket and just like strong arm them. Sure.
Speaking of scary stuff, some robbers are so confident that they don't even need to wear masks to hide their identity. And the cashier at a San Jose store experienced that firsthand on the night of January 25th, 2019. The 2 men walked into the shop wearing plain clothes, acting as if they wanted to buy alcohol. But as the cashier walked behind the counter to help them, things took a darker turn. With a gun pointed at him, the cashier had no choice but to open the register and hand them the cash. However, their demands started to get weird when they asked him to look under the cash register.
Under the cash register. Under the cash register. Under the cash register. Pick it up. Pick the cash register. Pick the cash register. Yeah, the hundreds.
The robbers were clearly out of their minds because they didn't even pick up the leftover cash from the register. Instead, they went ahead and made another peculiar demand from the cashier.
Hey. Right.
The Henny, they want that Henny too. They were scared. They didn't get it. They were scared.
In February 2024, a Texas state trooper conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle containing an illegal immigrant and an
People don't even be tough that be doing stuff like this. Like people be setting up people and stuff like that. They don't even be tough. They be the scary ones. I'm the real. They really be scared.
S-13 gang member wanted for human smuggling, but right as he was about to make the arrest, they took off.
Come on, dude. Go. On the real, look at Julio killers. Prime example. I'm gonna let the video play. Prime example. Killer get caught. You just killed this man. Shot him up. You get caught. You coming out with a Bible and a dog in your hand, crying. Talking about some. You was on the phone with a standoff. On the phone with your girl, telling you about to kill yourself when you just killed somebody. Come on, man. Stop it. You come out with a Bible and now you want God.
The suspects led the troopers on a high-speed pursuit, driving through the highway for several minutes and refusing to pull over. Thanks to the troopers' persistence, however,
and they celebrated. They celebrated after they killed Fulio. They celebrated like New Year's, like champagne and champagne whistles. You know those little whistles, just little champagne whistles. They had those and everything. They caught them on they rented an Airbnb. They caught them on the doorbell camera.
Suspects were forced to do something drastic.
Clear. Which way to go?
They drove off Route 90 and crashed into a ranch fence, after which they had to bail out and run on foot. But while catching them now would have been nigh impossible for the troopers, they had something in their arsenal that would give them the upper hand, a helicopter.
All right, GPS unit, that guy in the tan, green shirt, or sweater, that's the driver. And we got eyes on the three right now.
They were handed over to Border Patrol and charged with evading arrest and smuggling of persons. Surveillance footage shows two men walking up to a gas station at 3 a.m, asking the employee to open up. Thinking they were customers, he unlocks the door for them, which, in retrospect, is a massive mistake. Before they even step into the store,
they kind of smart, just a little bit. Just a little bit, because you know most like a lot of people there go in the store like you go try to steal something, right? Knowing this door got a magnet on there a lot, like they putting something right by the door. And so they kind of smart. Let's see how smart they are. Let's see.
Door. The men block the door with a bottle to prevent it from locking. Not to mention the clothes they use to hide their face.
That bottle ain't good enough. I don't trust that bottle.
Huh?
I'll get some way smarter than that. I'm not trying to tell nobody how to do that. I'm just a little bit sharper than like whatever I do. Not.
And at this point, we all know what's about to happen.
No crimes.
While one man points his gun and tells the cashier to open the cash register, his partner is busy picking up other stuff, including entire racks of lottery tickets.
Them lottery tickets ain't gonna work. Them lottery tickets ain't gonna work. I don't think they're gonna work. They probably like somehow can, especially nowadays, that stuff is all like registered. They know which tickets I'm pretty sure they can figure it out. That's just like if you get a money order nowadays and you don't sign your name on there or nothing, it's just a blank money order. If you lose it, it still go to you. Like you ain't got to put nobody's name on there, nothing. Like the numbers on the money order is registered to you. The little numbers at the bottom. So if somebody tried to go cash the money order, they will call you. They will look at those numbers on there, and the numbers they'll type it in the computer, and your information pop up, and they'll contact you before they cash it. So like it's a lot of stuff nowadays. It ain't like the old days. It's just like people be trying to commit crimes. And they put the mask over their face. Nowadays they got face recognition, all that stuff. Like your phone pinging off towers. They got a lot of technology that just your face ain't gonna be covered up. Ain't gonna work. They almost the technology. I'm pretty sure they probably got it to there where it's gonna be there, and they gonna bring it out. But your whole face can be covered. And they gonna still be able to tell that's you. Watch. That's why they do a lot of like face recognition when you sign up for Cash App and all this. You gotta scan your face, iPhone. A lot of that stuff you almost can scan your face with a mask on. It's gonna work.
Robbers have what they want. It's the easiest escape in the world. There's no one stopping them, and they've got a car waiting for them outside. Gang culture doesn't just exist for adults. In fact, most gangsters choose this life when they're mere teenagers, threatening other kids around the block and building up their street cred.
I can't put your hand on. You know what I said? Use the face crack. Come on, Omni. Let's go and put your hand on. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Ain't no one jumping in. Everyone back the up.
This may look like an average school altercation between two kids, but there's more to it than that. Actual gangs back some of these teenagers, and there's no playful nature to this feud. The scary part is that when things get out of hand between the kids, the adults decide to step in, which is when the real violence starts. In May 2024, a businessman was making his way through a rough part of town in his truck when he spotted two motorbikes following him. But even though he tried taking evasive action, Lady Luck wasn't on his side. There was no speeding away from the motorbikes in the narrow streets, and by the time he hit the accelerator, he already had a gun pointed at him. He'd fallen right into their trap, and now he had to pay the price. The surveillance footage shows the distressing sequence of events as the gangsters beat up the poor businessman and steal all his money before making their escape.
Stuff like that. Why? Why would you pull over? I would have been shooting at them out the window while I'm driving. When I saw them on their motorcycle speeding up, I would have been, listen, come on. Come on. People just give it up too easy.
Over in Colombia, a man paces around in front of a building's reception while talking on his phone. Little does he know, however, that strolling outside is going to cost him dearly because he's being stalked and his life is in danger. A suspicious man walks into the building, keeping a close eye on him, but while he appears to walk inside, he's actually just standing in the parking lot, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce on his victim. It all kicks off as the thief assaults the man from behind and runs away.
He was trying to take his phone, right? That's what he was doing, I think, because he was on the phone. He just strong arm, just big man. Boy, give me your phone.
With his phone. As for the poor victim, all he can do is run after the thief.
This place is like that too, though. They will snatch your phone. That's funny.
Which is always going to be a futile task.
Why are you on the phone talking? Imagine somebody just come up and try to snatch your phone while you talking. Out of public.
Witness an incredibly disturbing scene as two women on a scooter are chased down by...
I'm shooting you for everything. I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to shoot you for everything. I swear to God.
4 armed men.
I'm going to pop you. Wait on the police.
The women were...
That's just that.
Were coming back home from an event when they spotted the goons on motorbikes following them, but before they even had the chance to react, the men swooped in and threatened them with a gun. Not only did the men steal jewelry, cash, and documents, but they also assaulted the poor women, leaving them with bruises, scrapes, and scratches. The worst part is that not a single police officer was around to help them throughout the chase. In July 2020, 2 cars pulled up in front of a Chinese supermarket in Argentina, and as soon as the men stepped out of the vehicles, everyone knew what was about to happen. Several gangsters invade the supermarket carrying big guns in their hands and get right to stealing stuff as the poor employees and customers get on the ground and pray for their lives. It's pure mayhem as they line the employees and keep threatening to shoot for no reason, and with no sign of the police anywhere, things could get ugly here real quick. Two men have been following a couple on a bike for a while now, waiting for them to slow down, and once they do, it's the perfect opportunity for the goons to swoop in and rob them at gunpoint. With a gun pointed at them, the couple doesn't resist, leaving their bike alone and letting the goons take it. But while it looks like another successful robbery for the goons, there's more to it than that. It turns out this entire thing was a setup to catch the goons, and the guy on the bike was a policeman in disguise. Armored trucks carrying cash are meant to be among the most secure vehicles around, yet they keep getting robbed. Most heists involve some risk, but these guys have planned everything to the T as they walk up to the truck, open its door, and start stealing without any resistance from the driver. What's even more surprising is the fact that they have enough time to make multiple trips between the truck and the car, carrying bags full of cash. Uber drivers meet all sorts of crazy characters on the job, but sometimes the crazy people aren't even their passengers.
Oh, okay, I'm actually behind Target. What? Dude, I'm doing Uber.
The driver is engaged in a conversation with his customer, telling her about his location, when a man who looks like a local gang member walks up to the window to ruin his day.
I'm Uber. I'm not doing anything, man.
In January 2022, two suspicious men walked into a departmental store, covering their faces with scarves as they entered. Minutes later, the same surveillance camera captured the men casually walking out with something in their hand. However, even though it looked like the easiest theft of their life, they had one big hurdle to cross: the security guard. They had the perfect plan, though. One man acted innocent and accidentally bumped into the guard, letting the other man run off with the stolen item without casting any suspicion on himself. This may look like your average motel check-in, but there's some...
That was smart. So the dude that ran, he ain't had nothing. The dude that did run, yeah, how you trick him? That was a good trick.
Something much more sinister going on here. The man is here to rob and assault someone.
That was smart. Smart, guys.
So, you can take it for 3 hours. Max is $50.
The two men are accompanied by two girls who are going to lure a poor guy over the internet, make him come to their room, and then unleash these two men upon him. What's unfortunate is that their sinister plan worked, and not only that, but they also recorded the victim naked before robbing and assaulting him, and now the police are using this footage to catch the culprits. It's an average night at a Chinese supermarket in Argentina as people buy groceries, or that's what they thought at least, because things are about to go from a 0 to 100 real quick. Two suspicious men who'd been lurking around the store spring into action, pulling their guns out and threatening to shoot everyone. And once again, there's zero urgency as they ransack the place and steal everyone's wallets.
On the real, you know what? When I go to the grocery store, I keep it on me. Just for stuff like this, I swear. For stuff like this, you got to keep it on you when you go to the grocery store. You better. It ain't safe going to the grocery store. What if somebody come in there and rob a store like this? What if somebody come in there psycho and get to shooting up the grocery store? You better you better have it on you when you're in the grocery. Listen, I make sure I take it on. I make sure I keep it on me in the grocery store. Every time. I'm not playing. I'm watching out for psycho-looking people and people like this. I'm telling you, I'm going to be the one to pop you. Straight up. Because I'm on that. I swear.
Witness an extraordinary scene from a bakery
I
as an
know
armed
that.
man
I ain't
manages
no
to scoop.
troublemaker, but I think into the situation like, okay, make sure I got it on when I'm going to go so because if somebody come here and try to rob the store, Probably. If somebody come in here, if some psycho people try to come here and try to shoot up the grocery store, I'm on that. I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm not.
Squeeze behind the counter and threaten the employees for cash. However, while you'd expect the robbers to steal cash during a heist, that's not the only thing they take with them. Guess they wanted some cake to celebrate a successful robbery. In March 2020, 3 men managed to climb into a San Pedro house and initiate an armed robbery. Looking at the surveillance footage, the owner of the house rushed to the front door to lock it. It was a race against time, with the thieves closing in on her. By the time she got to the door, however, it was already too late, and now the thieves had free reign over the entire house.
So I thought this girl was working out like crazy, but she wasn't. I met her yesterday at the gym, and I asked her, "How do you look so great?"
Dang, girl, you have such a nice body. I feel like I'm here all.
You dig? Y'all tap in. Y'all tap in. Y'all.